Hi dear students, welcome to Amha's Educational Institution's online class. This presentation includes an explanation of Unit 1 Self-Confidence, Lesson 1 A Friend's Letter, Book New Streams in English, presented to you by Mr. Hassan Amha's Educational Institutions. After the brainstorming stage, let's start explaining the lesson. I want you to open your books to page 4. A friend's letter. Dear Tanya, I'm glad to hear that you have been chosen to represent your school debating team. It is quite an honor and I hope you'll enjoy this experience. You mentioned that you were nervous about speaking in public. Tell me about it. I was so nervous the first time when I had to speak in public that I froze. I couldn't speak. Now I'm more confident and I think you'll do even better than I. So, someone is sending a letter to Tanya saying that he or she is glad to hear that Tanya was chosen to represent her school debating team. So there are different teams from different schools and Tanya is going to represent her school debating team. Debate means a discussion between people in which they express different opinions towards different issues. It is quite an honor and I hope you'll enjoy this experience. She's saying to Tanya that this is an honor to you. It's something positive. It's something that adds to you. You mentioned that you were nervous about speaking in public. You are nervous, you have a lot of doubts and you're anxious. Tell me about it. I was so nervous the first time when I had to speak in public that I froze. So, she's saying that it's normal to be afraid or to be nervous because it's the first time she's speaking in public. Okay, it's something normal. And I was nervous too the first time I had to speak in public. That I froze, I couldn't move, I couldn't speak. Now I'm more confident and I think you'll do even better than I. So now she's more confident. The speaker, the one who's addressing Tanya, she's saying that, or sending the letter to Tanya, she's saying that now she's more confident because she is experienced now. She has experience in speaking in public. It's not the first time. If she's going to speak in public again, she will be more confident of herself and her abilities. Paragraph 2. Once you overcome your fears, you'll realize that public speaking allows you to have a chance to share your ideas with others. You may have great ideas, but you will need to share them with others. So learning how to speak in public is a great help. Remember, one day you may have to speak up in the office, in a society meeting, or in community gatherings. So it is a great help to be able to speak confidently. In fact, it will help you to network better in life. So the speaker is still addressing Tanya and telling her that if you decided to overcome your fears, okay, and share in this competition or represent your school, you will see that you will have a chance to share your ideas with others. If you have great ideas but you're keeping these ideas for yourself, you're not sharing them, it's meaningless. So learning how to speak in public is a great help. It's something that is helpful. Remember, one day you may have to speak up in the office, in a society meeting, or in community gatherings. So one day you might need to speak in public, okay, while in the office or in a society meeting or with your friends in a community gathering. This will help you because you already have experience in speaking in public. You've done it before. So it is a great help to be able to speak confidently. Okay, it's something helpful. When you're speaking confidently, people will trust you more. In fact, it will help you to network better in life. You will have more friends, more colleagues. You will network better in life. Network means to talk to people whose jobs are similar to yours. And now we move to paragraph 3. People will see your abilities and trust you to do your duties efficiently if they hear you speak well. If you fumble and stammer through every time, Tanya, they may wonder a little about your abilities. Public speaking will give you confidence and thus I think you should master this skill and use it to your advantage. So the speaker is telling Tanya that when people see that you are confident, when you speak confidently, they will trust you and believe in your abilities. They will think that this person is someone who does his or her duties efficiently in an effective way, producing the desired results without wasting time or energy. Someone who works properly. If they hear you speak well, this is if they hear you speaking well and confidently. If you fumble and stammer through every time, fumble means to handle something in a clumsy way. As you can see in this picture, the woman is handling something in a clumsy way, okay, dropping things, not walking properly. So this is fumbling. If you fumble while speaking in public, or if you stammer, stammer means to speak with many pauses and repetitions because you have speech problems or because you're very nervous, okay? This happens when you are very nervous. You speak with pauses, the same way I was speaking when I was explaining the meaning of stammer. Okay, when you're making many pauses and stops while you're talking because you are nervous or afraid or because you have speech problems, okay, this is stammering. So this way people may wonder a little about your abilities. They will have doubts, okay? They will not trust you enough. So public speaking will give you confidence, okay? And thus, I think you should master this skill. You should be great, excellent in this skill, which is speaking in public confidently, and use it to your advantage, okay? So you can benefit a lot from this skill. And paragraph 4, get over your nervousness by preparing thoroughly. Look at the topic of discussion and gather as much information as possible. Talk to people and do research on the internet. All this will help you to understand the topic well. Be well informed about the topic, then draft your speech. So, the speaker is asking Tanya to get over her nervousness. Don't be nervous anymore. How can you let go of this nervousness? By preparing thoroughly. Okay, by preparing very well. How? Look at the topic. First step. Look at the topic of discussion and gather as much information as possible. Okay, so search for information about the topic you are going to discuss. Are you going to talk about mercy killing? Are you going to talk about pollution? Whatever. So you have to gather as much information as you can, as possible. Talk to people and do research on the internet. Google it. Go and ask YouTube. Do researches, read books about this, or essays or articles about this topic. All this will help you to understand the topic well. Okay, so now after you understood the topic well, be well informed about the topic, then draft your speech. Start writing your speech. Okay, of course you're gonna write many drafts before you reach the final version of your speech. Page 5, paragraph 5. Once the draft has been completed, practice reading out your speech. Ask your friends to listen to what you're saying and get their feedback. Make changes if necessary. Practice in front of the mirror if that will help. Look at your posture and the way you hold yourself. The more you practice, the more confident you will be. So, the speaker is saying, once the draft has been completed, you're done, you have written your draft speech, practice reading out your speech. Practice it more than one time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Okay? Ask your friends to listen to what you're saying and get their feedback. Okay? You can read your speech in front of your friends so that they can give you their feedback. Feedback means helpful information that is given to someone to say what can be done to improve a performance. So your friends might tell you that you have to improve your accent. You have to double check your posture, okay, or the way you're standing, the way you're presenting your speech. You have to smile, you have to look at the audience. They might give you helpful notes to improve your performance. Make changes if necessary, okay, so you can add to your speech, you can check your posture for the next time. Practice in front of the mirror if that will help. As you see in this picture, you can practice in front of the mirror so you can see yourself and judge better. Look at your posture and the way you hold yourself, your posture, the way in which your body is positioned when you are sitting or standing, okay? The way you hold yourself, your body. The more you practice, the more confident you will be. You know that the key to success is practicing. The more you practice, the more you succeed in something. We continue with page 5, paragraph 6. Remember, other speakers have also been afraid. Many well-known speakers have said they felt extreme fear, but have overcome it by practicing thoroughly beforehand. It is normal to be nervous, so tell yourself that you will get over it, and you will. Paragraph 7. Making mistakes is alright. If you do make some mistakes while on stage, don't panic. If possible, use some humor to get by. People will understand and therefore laugh it off. So, the speaker is telling Tanya that other speakers have also been afraid. It's not only you. Everyone who's speaking in public for the first time and maybe for the second and third time, they feel afraid also. Many well-known speakers have said they felt extreme fear but have overcome it by practicing thoroughly beforehand. Okay, they were afraid, but how can you overcome your fears? Just by practicing thoroughly beforehand, in advance, ahead of time, like few days or maybe few weeks before your presentation. It is normal to be nervous, so tell yourself that you will get over it, and you will. So it's something normal. Just convince yourself that you will get over it, you will do it, you will make it, and you will. Making mistakes is alright. It's not the end of the world. It's okay if we made some mistakes. If you do make some mistakes while on stage, don't panic. Okay? If possible, use some humor to get by. Humor, the ability to be funny. Just smile or laugh, so people might laugh also. People will understand and therefore laugh it off. They will understand that you committed a mistake. And we continue with paragraph 8. Have faith and confidence in yourself. Remember, you can do it if you are determined to do it. Dress appropriately. Make sure you have your notes in the right order. Put on a show of confidence and you will feel confident. Tanya, you will make a good debater. Of that I'm sure. Go ahead and give your best. You will find that you will actually enjoy that experience. Do tell me about it when it's over. So the speaker is asking Tanya to have faith and confidence in herself. Be confident. Have faith in yourself. Okay, faith means complete trust. Trust your abilities. Believe that you can. Remember, you can do it if you are determined to do it. You remember the quote that says, believe in yourself and you're halfway there. Just believing in your abilities, it's like crossing half the way to reach your goal. Dress appropriately. You have to be well dressed. Make sure you have your notes in the right order. Put your notes, I want to do this first, second, I want to pay attention here to this detail. Put on a show of confidence and you will feel confident. Show people that you are confident. You can do it. They have to trust you. You are trustworthy. Tanya, you will make a good debater. Okay, so Sania is telling Tanya, you can see here that the one who's writing the letter is Sania. At the end of the letter she writes, lots of love, Sania. So the one who was addressing Tanya all the time is her friend Sania. Tanya, you will make a good debater. Of that I'm sure. Go ahead and give your best. You will find that you will actually enjoy that experience. You will say that it's a great experience. That's it. Speaking in public, I thought it's something difficult. Do tell me about it when it's over. Lots of love, Sania.